Of course she is.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
Yes. Yes, you should listen to her. You're gonna get us all killed.
Oh, this is fascinating. You're trying to survive, but I was programmed to die.
Really? One person with a death wish wasn't enough.
No, I was just figuring what I'm supposed to... Wait. I'm picking up a UNSC distress signal.
Location.
The source is 4 kilometers from here. Here is the distress signal's point of origin. This is our current location. This was, until 2 minutes ago, a banished forward operating base. I say was because now it's ours.
Chief, what is she talking about?
Now, here's the cool part. There are more UNSC forward operating bases that have fallen into banished hands. Well, paws. They have paws. Each one is associated with a territory. Here is the location of the UNSC signal I've been tracking, and here are 2 more fobs.
Mark it. Let's go.
Let's go. What? There?
And so now we have our game structure.
Dame el pas, por favor. Ready and waiting, Chief. Get on board and we can leave.
Slow to load, that's yay. Offline, also fine. Single player anyway. Well, if they just took things down for maintenance and I can't play it, that'd be slightly hilarious in an obnoxious way. Online. Okay, there we go. Or it is my Xbox is on the network, so weird. But we're loading. I'll probably cut all this loading bit off in my attempting desperately to fill time. In case anybody starts watching along while we're waiting for this to load. Oh, I'd like to talk about a little bit here. The story stuff. So the game was moving very quickly through the last second, so I didn't have a chance to kind of reflect as much about the story development that we picked up over the course of the previous streaming session. And there's a chunk of this I'm not entirely happy with. Like, I was looking forward to with this game playing through the conflict with Cortana. Like, having that angst and melodrama, which was set up in the course of the last game, be a part of this. And, like, we kick off with the Infinite and being part of this desperate gamble. We later learn to take out Cortana at this Halo array. But with this new Covenant faction coming in, and we don't really get any explanation of what happened there. Now, there is, when you do this, like, there are good and bad ways to do this. Like, a good way to do this is, like, if your character has amnesia or something like that and has a reason to not know this information from the course of the last game. And does your character will need to learn what happened since then? Find out what they missed. Master John 117, Master Chief, he, like, the part Chucky is missing is when he got yeeted out of the currently blowing up Infinite, and what's happened since then. But what happened with the fight with Cortana, with the weapon being sent as a trap to destroy Cortana, all this, that, and the other thing, that he knew. He knew all that. I don't. And that's the problem. It's one thing to withhold knowledge from the audience that one character knows when another character doesn't, when the character who doesn't know this is your point of view perspective character, otherwise known as Watsonianism versus Doyleism. Watson, in Sherlock Holmes novels, information is deliberately held from the reader that Watson doesn't pick up, but Sherlock Holmes does. Now Doyle may drop some clues at various points to indicate, okay, here's what, once all is revealed, this is what Watson is missing. Like, for example, in the case of the Red-Headed League, Holmes walking along, rapping on the sidewalk with his walking stick at various points. We are revealed later, spoilers for a over 100-year-old stories in public domain, we learn later that this is him checking for the different sound of the way that the paving stones sound, to help him figure out, okay, somebody's digging a tunnel under the street. That sort of thing. We, as the audience later, go, okay, I understand now. This isn't that, because our audience perspective character is the Master Chief. We are, and literally and metaphorically, he is our audience. Figuratively, he's our audience perspective character. We see through his eyes, and we control him as we go through the narrative. So it's one thing. Okay, we have a reveal of there's these UNSC outposts on this Halo ring, and finding out what's happened to the crew of the Infinity over the past period of time. I think it's like that must be 3 months since things went bad. They were already bad, but things got kind of bad, but also kind of good. Like when the Infinity got destroyed, but Master Chief had already put the plan in place to take out Cortana. Knowing what happened over that time skip, that's fine. It's when we don't... Wow, this is a real long load time. To be clear, this is installed internally. Like, I have an external hard drive, and I've got like one of the insert unit cards as well. But this is an Xbox Series X game. They're not going to let me install it to my solid state USB hard drive. So wow, this is like, I appreciate the music and it's giving me time to talk, but anyway, weird. Unless this game is like really dependent on cloud servers and Azure, which is a pain for single player mode. Anyway. But in any case, if the time skip was just like, if the mystery that we were setting up here for the audience was what just happened with the rest of the UNSC troops, and we already established in some other way, say a Halo Wars game, what was going on with Master Chief and all of that, this would work better, I think. In fact, honestly, if Halo Wars 3 had come out between Halo 5 and Halo Infinite, and Halo Wars 3 had been, here's what's going on with the Infinite and the fight against Cortana, where they introduce the Forerunners as a faction in the game, which would, in a weird way, almost put this in a StarCraft level balance scenario where you have 3 different factions that fight differently. Humans, the Forerunners, and the this other Covenant faction. Not proper Covenant, but the name just escaped me. Yeah, that would have been like there would have been at least like, okay, oh, I know where I can go to get this plot in some form. All right. Still loading, but now we have the game environment. Oh, wow, texture pop in on those trees. Ooh. Wow, okay. Attack map, so we get here. That's so our fast traveling. We're finally getting the proper master chain.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
To some.
I have a question. I was created to lock down Cortana, but I don't know why. What did she do that was so wrong?
She was our target.
I understand that, but... is this classified? Because I don't have all the information.
No, it's just uncomfortable. Spanish specific faction.
I see Vanish everywhere. Did you hear me? Everywhere.
What intel did Dr. Halsey give you before your mission?
Halsey only tells people what they need to know.
Fly Pelican straight into enemy territory. No one will ever notice. Great idea, big guy.
I still don't understand why you had to delete her. It feels like something's missing.
Guess what? They noticed. They all noticed. And we've got a Vanish structure up ahead. Armored. Very heavily armored.
It'll have to wait, I suppose.
How close can you get us?
How close? We're unarmed, and you're asking me how close?
Put us down here.
Here? We're still doing this.
Yep. We
Hope this works, because it's as good as it's gonna get.
It's close enough.
It better be. I'm getting out of here.
I appreciate your evasive answers to that question.
We're close to the UNSC signal's origin.
Source.
Unclear. There's just too much chatter on all banished channels. I keep hearing the tower. It's probably the main structure we saw as we flew in.
Here. Let's make that our waypoint.
Look down there. We're close to the fob we detected. You take out those monsters, get me to that terminal, and I'll show what I can do.
Okay. Mark people. Another one. Well, say hi. Don't be helmet.
You made short work of that, huh? Now to business. Let's lock down Fob Golf. Let me see. Yes, I was right. All I need to do is chat with the banished security protocol. And by chat, I mean push it out of the way because it is really not smart. And there. We now have ourselves a second fob.
Yay!
Was that you?
Affirmative.
So what, you're going to just rebuild the UNSC? Piece by piece?
That's his call. I'm just trying to be helpful. Speaking of which, each fob seems to be linked to the BattleNet. And if I do this, we can piece together what the Banished are up to. For instance, over here is some kind of Banished outpost.
Purpose?
Unclear, but it's well defended, so it's definitely worth looking into and blowing up. And here is what I can only describe as someone that the Banished value highly.
Noted.
His bio is interesting. If you want to see for yourself, it's waiting for you in the database. They're tracking UNSC transponders too. Caches containing valuable equipment and intel. Oh no, it looks like there are multiple UNSC squads engaged in trying to survive. They need your help, Chief.
Here's my main mission objective.
Are you ready, Chief?
What do you think?
I already told you that the odds aren't great.
For them.
Then let's go find out what that signal is.
Mongoose drop-off approaching your LZ, Chief.
Also, that box spot is a waypoint.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. And also consider backing my Patreon. Patreon backers get episodes up to 1 week early of this show and any future Let's Plays. Also, please consider backing my Ko-fi. Tossing me a few bucks also helps support the show, and it's not a monthly obligation or anything like that.